Hi, good afternoon, everyone. This is Randeep, and this is potentially episode two of DESO, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So I hope to do this regularly, maybe more often than once a week, but maybe I'll just come up with a cadence as well in due course. So the goal is to talk about a range of things: the good, the bad, and the not so good on DESO. So yeah, let's go. And I try and keep it under 2 minutes, under 5 minutes rather. I know the last one went a little over, but so I might be a bit rushed. But I think I'll also try and capture some of the notes in the post so that you can kind of go and reference it, right? So the I think the feedback from the last one was really good. I think the question strands covered it. A lot of good feedback. So thank you all for that feedback. And like I think looks like most of them enjoyed it, and I think it was very nice to see such good feedback. It was obviously my first attempt at recording a video, so it's good to get that feedback. We obviously got covered on the Krasenstein Daily. So getting right into the topic, I think this is something I just wanted to share. I came across anyone interested in kind of looking at Web3 development. Learn Web3 DAO. It's on Twitter. So I've just joined it, and I hope to kind of try and see if I can get into some of the topics there at some stage. I have a website as well. Happy Mother's Day belated to all the mothers on DESO. And interestingly, I just found out that Ed Moss is also, I guess, part Indian. I think he's from Bangladesh, obviously, but Bangladesh was originally part of India before 1947. So it's good to find out that. And I think apparently Twitter stopped login with Twitter. So I think they've kind of gone through the stage. Maybe they found that a lot of people are using the login, or maybe they're just going through some changes. But it is interesting because I think that's probably a good opportunity as well for us, because as some of these traditional platforms start blocking out developers and development and making it a pain, if we simplify it, I think it obviously is a good story that we can share with the world. Yeah, so this one was something that Jack Lee shared, and I had seen Bitcast before, but definitely saw that post and then went and took a look at it. Definitely has improved quite a lot, especially now that I'm creating videos. I guess I should promote more apps which are looking at showcasing content of videos. So definitely interesting. There's obviously a few improvements that I could suggest. But it does look like, I think this is where it's going to be cool, right? So apparently one developer, as per this post, working on this one project, maybe he doesn't have enough support on the marketing side, because of which he's not able to get the word out. Because I didn't even notice it before this post, all the changes that he's brought in and the improvements. So definitely go check it out. And I think more video content, and I noticed that a few more people are creating videos in the last week or two, so that's a good thing. Videos are the future, and I think that's really what we should try and do. The bad stuff, obviously DESO is down quite a lot, and especially for those of us who bought around this level at 150, 160. So to now be at 22, 23, $24 is obviously a huge pain point. But yeah, I think as long as the overall story is and some of the issues get fixed, I don't think it's that much of a pain, because in the end, none of us are looking to cash out at 150 or 200. We're looking at maybe a 500 or 1000 at some stage, right? So it doesn't matter as much. But I think obviously the thing that we do matter now is fixing the issues that have caused this downfall, right? So some of it you might say is because of the crypto market downfall, but I don't think that's the only issue, right? We all know what the issues are. I hope that the team starts looking at it and fixing some of those issues. And to be fair to them, they have started doing it, right? There's more communication with the community. There's more clarity coming through. Obviously, a lot of things being pinned on the whole DAO launch, which is a bit of a risk, but then I guess it's a strategy, right? So, and I think there's been some communication on that. Obviously, more people are concerned. I think Disruptor is one of the early investors on DESO, and I think he's expressed some concern, essentially around the fact that there's not enough of the community is not being heard, right? So there's not enough communication on decentralization, and that the community is not being heard. And I think it's good to hear people, more and more people speak out, because I don't think it's fair that only a few of us speak out and then are kind of tagged as the naysayers, right? Because we really are not naysayers. We are the ones who are giving feedback to help the platform grow and improve. And I think some of the feedback is being taken positively, which means that what we are doing is working. So continue to, I guess, express your views and continue development, continue building. Obviously, more feedback, more negative feedback. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't go that negative, to be honest. Yeah, so $22 was where I think a lot of the pre-sale buys apparently happened, according to Paul Burke. Uh, the pre-sale buys happened at $22, so we are at that level right now. So anyone wanting to get in and not get rug pulled, I guess now is a good time. And I'm just on Overcloud. I'm just running a small survey, essentially to get a sense of what the community thinks. I do feel I obviously voted for the tokenomics because I think in the Web3, that's one of the coolest advantages of Web3, where the community can earn and grow with the token. And I think a big sort of opportunity was missed by selling it to the pre-sale investors, and it's more a Web2 kind of style, right? So I think a big opportunity was missed there, but obviously some of the other issues are also, I feel, important. So do go out and vote. It's on, I think it's on my feed, and it's also on Overcloud. So I've added the link to it as well because it doesn't automatically get added. So I've edited the post and added the link. So please do go ahead and vote for it. So Metazens is a project that I'm, I guess, part of the community on, not part of the team, but part of the community on. So they are launching their Solana NFTs on May 11th. So do join the Discord and check them out. This is something I did a couple of posts about. So I think essentially what the goal here is to try and see how creator coins can be revived. So I guess just some initial thoughts around it. So I've started documenting some things on, these are the 4 or 5 categories of creators that I listed. Influencers are more like your, I guess, artists and celebrities and sports personalities and stuff like that. Most of the people that Hikey is kind of bringing out, right? So what kind of revenue streams do they have? What kind of coin holder benefits can they then talk about? So essentially, I have looked at builders and, so once I've kind of listed it out. At some point, I'll probably make a post, but I've made a couple of posts as well. So just go take a look and share any feedback that you have on that. I'll make a more detailed post once I've kind of documented this out fully. So there are some other networks that I came across worth taking a look again on my feed. I'll include it in the comments as well. There's something called social.network. So I just went and checked it out. I think one thing I found interesting there is, so they have something called communities, and obviously it's not even as active as DESO, funnily, but obviously there are the people in the communities, right? So there's obviously that's a very, very important feature. It doesn't require code to do anything. It's obviously something that an app can build out. And I think to some extent we started doing it with creators, essentially communities for different kinds of artists and designers and coaches and stuff. We started building that out. But it's definitely something that I think any of the nodes should definitely build. I think hashtags is one idea, but obviously pre-qualifying people and then kind of grouping them together is obviously something. I think the social world, for example, is doing that to some extent with countries. So I think in a sense it's being built, but there's not enough of a community, connection aspect of it that's been brought in yet. Right? So that's something that's worth. So I'm just doing a few things, and that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about. I think obviously I've started using Brave more regularly. So there's Brave browser, something that I wanted to use a long time ago. They have obviously the good thing is a lot of ads get blocked, which I think is cool. I know it's not so cool for the ones who are putting those ads out, but it's certainly good for consumers. And you also earn, I think in about 10 days, I've earned whatever, it's pretty much like a dollar. It's not a whole lot, but definitely, worth exploring in my mind. So I think in general, that's pretty much what I wanted to share. The DAU has not gone up significantly, but I think the work is going on behind the scenes. So just keep up the good work. I think I will. I know I didn't cover too much of the bad and the ugly in this episode, but I will definitely do something on the tokenomics at some stage in the next version where would share more concrete thoughts. So thank you once again, and do subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just building out the subscriber base, and do like this video as well.